What would you do to land the role of a lifetime? Lose 60 pounds? Sleep in an animal carcass? Or maybe lock yourself in a hotel room for 6 weeks just to lose your mind? Some actors don't just act, they live and breathe their roles. But when does dedication go too far? These actors push themselves to the absolute limit for a role, and some even paid the price for it. Let's dive in. Let's start with the role that changed cinema forever, and may have changed Heath Ledger's life in the worst way possible. Heath Ledger's Joker is one of the greatest performances of all time, but what he did to prepare, borderline terrifying. To get inside the Joker's head, Ledger isolated himself in a hotel room for 6 weeks. No distractions, no visitors, just him, a notebook, and his own thoughts. He wrote down disturbing thoughts and twisted jokes, some of which ended up in the final script. The laugh. He practiced alone for hours, recording different versions until he found the one that sent chills down your spine. But the scariest part? Ledger's mental health started to suffer. He barely slept, sometimes only 2 hours a night. Even Michael Caine, who played Alfred, said Ledger's performance was so chilling that he forgot his lines the first time they filmed together. Sadly, Heath Ledger passed away just months after filming. His dedication was unmatched, but it may have come at a deadly cost. Would you ever go this far for a role? Let's move on to another actor who put himself through hell, literally. Leonardo DiCaprio, The Revenant, 2015. Leo has done a lot for movies, but eating raw bison liver? That's next level. If you've seen The Revenant, you know it's brutal. But what went on behind the scenes? Even worse. First off, yes, he actually ate real, raw bison liver. The crew offered him a fake prop, but Leo refused. He wanted the reaction to be 100% real. The moment he bites into it, that gagging and disgust, completely real. He also slept in animal carcasses, waded through freezing rivers, and dealt with hypothermia during filming. The entire film was shot using only natural light, which meant long hours in brutal weather conditions. The bear attack scene? Completely CGI, but Leo had to thrash and scream like his life depended on it. This was one of the most demanding roles of his career, and after 6 Oscar nominations, this was the role that finally got him his Best Actor award. But honestly, he earned it. Robert De Niro, Raging Bull, 1980. De Niro didn't just play a boxer, he actually became one. Some actors train for a role, but De Niro went all in. He trained for a full year with real boxing coaches. He even competed in 3 real boxing matches and won 2 of them. Director Martin Scorsese said De Niro's punches were so realistic that the stuntmen refused to fight him. But here's where it gets even crazier. After finishing the boxing scenes, De Niro had to gain 60 pounds to play the older, retired version of Jake LaMotta. He spent months binge-eating pasta, steak, and drinking milkshakes to put on the weight. He went from shredded athlete to overweight ex-boxer in record time. This is method acting at its peak. De Niro literally became his character. Natalie Portman, Black Swan, 2010. Imagine training like an Olympic athlete just to play a ballerina. Portman didn't just act like a ballerina, she became one. She trained 8 hours a day every day for over a year. Lost 20 pounds to achieve the lean, frail look of a professional ballerina. She suffered multiple injuries, including a dislocated rib, but kept filming. To make the transformation real, she only ate carrots and almonds at one point. Co-star Mila Kunis, who also had to train, said the experience was brutal, but it paid off. Portman won an Oscar for Best Actress, proving her pain wasn't for nothing. Joaquin Phoenix, Joker, 2019. What happens when an actor commits too much to a role? You get Joaquin Phoenix in Joker. He lost 52 pounds for the role, dropping to an almost skeletal state. His character's awkward, painful laugh? Not random. He actually studied real people with pathological laughter disorders. The infamous staircase dance? Completely improvised. He just went with the moment. He even walked out of scenes mid-filming because he was so deep in character. The entire movie had an unpredictable energy because Phoenix was constantly going off script. But it worked. His eerie, unsettling performance won him a Best Actor Oscar. So, was it worth it? These actors risked their minds, bodies, and sanity to bring us unforgettable performances. Which one do you think went too far? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget, stay ahead, stay updated. See you in the next one.